Hi, Norman with iSaveTractors.com. Welcome to part 7 of the Cub Cadet 149 tractor loader backhoe transformation. So here are the front end loader towers with the arm mounts kind of generally in place right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start tacking them together and then I'm going to weld them in. This right here is a big piece of 1-inch solid round that's going through it to help me align everything, and as you can see, it is level. If I can get it in focus right there, as you can see, it is level. So I'm going to start tacking it in, and then we're going to weld it in place. So the mounts for the loader arms are now welded in place. Here's one of the welds. Next, I have to cut out and weld some caps that will cap the end of this subframe. So I have here a rectangular piece of 3/16 inch steel. I'm going to weld that right onto the end like this on both sides. It'll help give this subframe a nice professional look. So here's the finished subframe. Here's the end cap. I ground the welds down so it sits nice and flush. Here's the rest of the subframe. Again, this is made out of 1/4 inch steel. The end plates are made out of 3/16 inch steel, and this piece of angle that connects to the tractor frame is also made out of 3/16. Now it's time to build the loader arms and boom. I'm going to be using this piece of 1/8 inch thick steel that's 2 inch by 2 inch square. Now, all of the pivot points on both the loader and the backhoe are going to be supported by pins and bushings. This is the bushing stock I'm going to be using. It's 1 inch outer diameter, 1/2 inch inner diameter, and for the backhoe I'm going to be using 1 1/4 inch outer diameter, 1 inch inner diameter. But this particular one is for the loader. I'm going to be cutting these into about 2 1/4 inch lengths, and I'm going to be installing it in the front end loader towers as well as the arms and boom. Anywhere where something rotates, it will have a bushing. Now I'm going to be using this 1/4 inch thick piece of 4 inch flat bar to make gussets for the front end loader arms and boom. So here is one of the gussets I just cut out for the loader arms. It's made out of 1/4 inch thick steel, and it's going to go right here on both sides of each loader arm. So it's going to be one here, one on the back side of this piece, and then one down there on that side of the loader. So now that I've cut this one out, I'm going to use this as a template and cut the rest out. So here are the gussets, all finished, all cut out, edges ground down a little bit. Let's weld them in. Here I am cutting pieces of the bushing stock that I have. This DOM piece of steel, DOM stands for drawn over mandrel, will act as the bushings that surround all of the pins on the front end loader and backhoe. Here I am preparing the edges for welding. It's important that all the pieces I cut on my chop saw, the sharp edges get ground on the bench grinder, and then the holes reamed just to remove all of the burrs so the pins slide smoothly around inside. I've also installed this grease fitting into the bushing that's on the loader arms on this side and the other side. This will allow me to pump grease directly into where this loader pivots, and it'll help ensure long service life. So here's the results of what we just did. These are the gussets down here on this cross member that I welded in. Here's some diagonal gussets right here for the upper loader arms. Tower. Had this breather cap line around that I put on there. Show you the range of motion of this. If I pick it up, it goes all the way up to about 7 feet tall. I'm sorry, not 7 feet, 6 feet tall. I'll move it up and down so we can see that it has a free range of motion with no binding. Next, I'm going to weld the diagonal support braces, which will go from the nose of the tractor diagonally up to about this point right here on the loader towers. Here I am cutting the stock that I'm going to be using for the diagonal braces on the front end loader towers. This material is 1 inch by 1 inch square by 1/8 of an inch thick. Here's a photo of me drilling holes in it, and then this is me tacking it all into place and eventually welding it into position. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you need new aftermarket parts for your vintage Kohler K-Series engine, Tecumseh HH, or Briggs & Stratton cast iron engines, please check out my website, iSaveTractors.com. We carry a ton of aftermarket parts for your vintage small engines. My name is Norman. Thanks for watching.